Hi, it's Writing Wednesday. I'm in my bedroom surrounded by piles of laundry that need to be folded. It's day 7 of NaNoWriMo.
And I've written 12,237 words so far.
I knew I wasn't going to get a whole lot of words written this week, and it was going to be kind of a busy week because VOAR, the Christian radio station where I and most of my family volunteer, is having their annual Share-a-thon fundraiser this week, and I was spending quite a bit of time in here helping them. So in order to get my word count up a little bit before this busy week started, I went on a writing getaway with a couple of friends out to Coley's Point. The thing with a beautiful natural setting like this is obviously you're going to be inspired to write, even if the few attempts I've made at actually writing outdoors aren't all that successful. I mean, let's be honest, you try to write outside, what's going to happen? Either it's going to be too cold to be out, or like today it's going to be too windy, or if it's a perfect still sunny day, you're going to be eaten alive by insects, or you're not going to be able to write because of the glare of the sun on your screen. What you can do, and what I like to do, is come outside to a beautiful place like this, soak up the beauty. Then I can come back inside, and if I'm not down by the wood stove in the 150-year-old kitchen, I can be up here in the guest house by the window with a stunning view of the bay. Who wouldn't be inspired to write when you have surroundings like this?
I decided to ask my writing companions about where they like to write, starting with my cousin Jennifer Morgan, visual artist and author of the just-released graphic novel Almost Home. She's working on a novel that's going to blow your socks off.
This is absolutely my favorite place to write. I have my tea steeping right here, chai, spiced chai, my computer right here, a gorgeous view of the bay.
And if you can't be here in Coley's Point, where do you write?
Well, then I write in my studio, home studio, and I write with the computer in front of the window, but I generally have to pull the blinds so that the sunlight helps me see the screen.
Tina Chalk, author of This Much Is True and a Few Kinds of Wrong, who's working on some exciting projects coming up, was a little more reluctant to share her writing secrets.
I prefer to write anywhere and everywhere. In the bath. I've written in the bathroom many times, in the bathtub.
I'm sorry, can you look at the camera and say that?
No, because you're going to put it up there. I don't want people thinking about me in the bathtub writing.
Being able to come to a place like this is a wonderful getaway, but it doesn't reflect the day-to-day reality of writing for me or for most of the writers I know. It would seem the most obvious place for me to write is right here at my own computer in my home office, which is the corner of my bedroom. I mean, it's a nice, convenient setup, and it's certainly easy to get to. But as I've confessed in a previous video, even though I do some writing here and I do most of my editing here, it's not always my best place. Sometimes I do need to get out of the house. There's one place where I certainly could write, but strangely never do. I have a key to my office at work, which is quiet, comfortable, well-equipped, has a computer. I could come here and write any time, but I never do. I think in some way in my head, my work as a teacher and my work as a writer are so completely compartmentalized that I literally can't write in this space. Also, when everyone's left for the day, it's actually kind of a little too quiet for me here. I like to have a certain amount of bustle and ambient noise around me. To be honest, the place I'm most likely to end up is here, my favorite coffee shop inside my favorite bookstore. And yes, I know there's a whole lot of cliches about writers writing in coffee shops just to be seen or whatever. But hey, most stereotypes have a kernel of truth, and the fact is this is a great place to write. It's close to home, but it's actually out of the house. There's food and drink readily available. There's books nearby for inspiration. I get so much writing done in this place. I thank the staff in the acknowledgments of my last book. It's like what I said a couple of weeks ago about finding the perfect notebook. You can't always find the perfect place to write. Sometimes, in the immortal words of the great Tina Chalk, you just have to write anywhere and everywhere, even in the bathtub. Probably not if you're writing with computer, though. I don't know how that would work.